David Meltzer is the co-founder of Sports One Marketing, a global sports and entertainment marketing agency. He's also a renowned business coach, keynote speaker, podcast host, and a three-time best-selling author. In this episode, David dives into his incredible journey from growing up in a loving family with limited financial resources, becoming a millionaire just 9 months out of law school, building a net worth exceeding $100 million, to losing it all and going bankrupt in 2008, and having a spiritual awakening and rebuilding his life and his business. He shares the profound lessons he learned about gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and effective communication that have been instrumental on his comeback journey. David also sheds light on his mission to empower over 1 billion people to be happy and the strategies that he's using to achieve this goal. He discusses his key concepts like providing quantum value, the importance of humility, and the power of daily consistency. David also gives us a peek into his current ventures, including his free Friday training sessions, celebrity dinners, and being part of America's largest business school, Aspire. Whether you're looking for motivation, practical advice, or just a captivating story, this episode has it all. As always, if you found value from this episode, please like and subscribe to our channel. And now here's my conversation with David Meltzer. Enjoy. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Beyond Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Dave Goulas, and this week, my guest is the co-founder of Sports One Marketing, consultant, business coach, keynote speaker, podcast host, three-time best-selling author, David Meltzer. Welcome, David.
Thanks for having me, David, and looking forward to sharing a journey and hopefully align with the mission of empowering over 1 billion people to be happy. Is a great opportunity to share the lessons and the stories that help people get to where they want to be or better.
Absolutely. Excited to dig into all that. If you could, for everyone, can you just give us a quick origin story about your past, your rise, your fall, and then the rise again, and this journey that you're on?
Yeah, it's a journey of 3 worlds. The first world was the world of not enough. I was born into a family, a single mom with 6 kids. She used to work 2 jobs and pack my dinner in a paper bag between the 2 jobs just so we could eat. It was a family full of love, but no money. And so money became a primary focal point in the world of not enough because there was not enough money when things broke down. There was not enough money for summer camp or food or extras. And so I focused in on the only thing that was missing in my life was money. So I focused in on making a lot of money, thinking it would buy me the missing love, the missing happiness in my life. And I worked really hard. I learned to enjoy the consistent, everyday, persistent without quit pursuit of my own potential. And when I graduated law school, despite my mom telling me the internet was a fad and it would never last, I took a job out of law school, not as a real lawyer, quote unquote, as my mom stated, but in the internet, selling legal research online. And 9 months out of school, I was a millionaire. Within 3 years, we exited for $3.4 billion to Thomson Reuters. And I entered a different world, not the world of just enough, of not enough, but a world of just enough for me. I was one of those people that talked about everything happens for me and everything was a trade, a negotiation, a competition, even giving. I gave to receive. There was only attachment of emotions to outcomes. And this world, as I pursued it, was an empty world. It was less fulfilling. It had less passion and purpose than the world of not enough, where I was surrounded by the right people and the right ideas and love. I ended up in a position through being the CEO of Samsung to running the most notable sports agency in the world, Lee Steinberg Sports and Entertainment. They made the movie Jerry Maguire about our firm. I had a business partner named Warren Moon, the Hall of Fame quarterback, and we built a global sports marketing company together, Sports One Marketing. But through that entire journey and being worth over $100 million, I fell into the trap of buying things I didn't need to impress people I didn't like, It was an empty world of just enough for me, where I was the only one, the center of a universe that was empty. And I ended up surrounding myself with the wrong people and the wrong ideas, which resulted in me losing everything, except for, thank goodness, my family and my health. And over the last 17 years, I have rebuilt using core values, 5 daily practices, and an execution model to facilitate a higher frequency or awareness to live in a world of more than enough, where I give more, I'm given more, I receive more, and I ask for more than more. So instead of living in the zero sum game of not enough and just enough, where you end up with nothing, I live in a world of more than enough of everything for everyone. And I've been able to make back not only more money, but I'm capable of helping more people and I have much more fun.
Wow. So that's so powerful, such a powerful story. So when you're making that transition, when you lose everything and you kind of have that reflection of the way you were living and all the mistakes and wrong people surrounding you, what was that process like, kind of transitioning to this new philosophy of more than enough in terms of like how did you discover all this and what was the process of changing all of these habits, so to speak?
Well, first it was knowing my values. So I stuck to 4 core values. One, gratitude to give me perspective. So everything that happened, I tried to find light, love, and lessons in it through gratitude. And then forgiveness to give me ease, to forgive myself for making the mistakes. And then accountability to learn from, to ask myself, what did I do to be responsible, to attract it? What am I doing to participate in the perception of this? And most importantly, what am I supposed to learn from it? Which gave me complete control in a chaotic, uncertain world. And then finally, to effectively communicate, to shift a paradigm from wanting more to trading and negotiating, to buying things I didn't need to impress people I didn't like, to understanding through wisdom of gratitude, forgiveness, and accountability, and faith that there's something bigger than me that's omniscient and all powerful in this unified, abundant, infinite system that I belong to, that wasn't punishing me, but instead was promoting me, protecting me, and loving me, even though I didn't understand how, especially when I lost everything. Had to tell my mom not only when I went bankrupt, but I lost her house as well, and she had to move, that somehow I had faith that this was protecting, promoting, and loving me. And here I am 17 years later, through those values, practicing those values every day with the 5 daily practices that I built. And I'm happy, by the way, for your community, I'll send my book for free. I'll sign it, pay for shipping, pay for the book. Just email me, david@dmeltzer.com, along with the 5 daily practices and the values in order to make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and have a lot of fun. So those values and practices are how you progress in the divine direction and divine time where you want to be or better.
Okay, excellent. Now, another thing too with the mission. So you're on a mission to empower 1 billion people to be happy. So how do you track something like that? I mean, it's such a massive amount of people. But what's the process like in terms of executing and then, kind of tracking that type of.
It's actually easier than you think. In order to get to over 1 billion people, because I don't like to limit myself, I'm looking for 1,000 people like you. And so to be able to share the wisdom and faith that I have with the values, daily practices, and an execution model that I know is a framework that can empower you to empower 1,000 people, to empower 1,000 people. So doing the math, the way that I track it is, are there 1,000 Davids out there that I've empowered that will empower 1,000 people to empower 1,000 people? Because 1,000 times 1,000 is a million times 1,000 is a billion. If I can create over 1 billion people to be empowered with the framework, the values, practices, execution model in order to facilitate abundance, that's a collective consciousness. And because one particle of light will overcome over 1 million particles of darkness, I know that collective consciousness will change the world.
Okay. Now, I want to dig into some of the other concepts I hear you talk about so much because I think they're so powerful for everyone. One of them being value, where you have this rule that you give $100 value in essence for $20. Can you just expand upon that?
Yeah, in the concept of quantitative value, I always look to see if I can articulate, not just provide, because a lot of people may not be aware of the value that they're receiving. And I believe that most people are so close to and in love with their own product, service, solution, or self that they don't take the time to practice articulating the quantitative value to exceed what they're asking for. So for me, it's very important to be able to articulate a quantitative value of the product, services, solutions, my personal brand, whatever it may be, of $100 and be able to only ask for $20 back. And so for me, everything works within the context of abundance, of a world of more than enough. So I love to not only give more, but be given more, receive more, and ask for more than more. In other words, I'm able and capable of articulating a value to exceed what I'm asking for in every aspect of my life.
Okay. And another one is humility, where I hear you say often, you're either humble or you're about to be.
Favorite quote. You are either humble or you're about to be. No matter who you are and what you've been through, human nature allows us to forget who we are and who comes through us. And so for me, when I have huge successes that create a false facade of purpose, a false facade of success, I remind myself when I feel as if I'm in control. I feel as if I have achieved something, to remind myself, you're either humble or you're about to be. And I give thanks to everything and everyone that has helped me get to where I want to be or better. And I take away the self gratifying, self aggrandizing value that I had experienced in my 20s and 30s, that somehow I did everything by myself. I remember when my wife was going to leave me and she said, "Look, you're lost. And I don't want to be around the people that you surrounded yourself with. And you have lost the values of who you were and what you were going to become. And I'm leaving you." I remember spinning around at 5:30 in the morning, completely wasted, after lying to her and telling her, "Who do you think did all this? Look at the houses, the cars, the boats, the planes, the success. Who do you think did all this?" And today, if even a glimmer of a thought goes through my head that somehow I made any of this happen, I remind myself, David, you're either humble or you're about to be.
Attention manufacturers and e-commerce sellers. Is fulfillment a headache for you? Whether you're fulfilling in-house and you know you need to outsource, or you're with another 3PL and you know you deserve better service, Easy DC 3PL can help. We offer personal service, fast response time, and we're flexible to meet your unique needs. Get in touch today and find out how we can help you. Yeah, that's so powerful, right? And how big of an issue do you see that? I mean, particularly the world you play in with, right? With, a lot of celebrities, professional athletes, a lot of high net worth people. I mean, how big of an issue is that for people when they experience that level of financial success?
Believe it or not, it's an issue for everyone, but especially people with great financial success, because financial success is an amplifier of who you are. And so if you are egocentric, narcissistic, if you have the wrong mindset, heart set, and handset, it's going to be amplified with your financial success. And so understanding that humility, like I always say, it's the wisdom and the faith that shortens the distance of resistance that we create or get in our own way. And so that humility is so essential. But I see finance as an amplifier. I see fame as an amplifier, since I've surrounded myself with so many financially abundant and notable brands and people, famous people. It's the fame as an amplifier and financial success as an amplifier that can be quite dangerous in the downfall of so many different passionate, purposeful and profitable people.
Yeah. Okay. And another thing that you talk about so often is consistency and a concept of the power of doing something every day and building that compound effect, as opposed to if you miss some days or you skip some time, you're zeroed out. Okay, can you talk some more about that concept?
Well, yeah, time, energy, money are all characteristic of physics, which is if you are consistent, uh, the physics works in your favor. It aggregates more of what you're doing, it accelerates what you're doing, but greater than that, it provides you an exponential outcome. And so because of the way the memory of the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious work together, the consistency every day provides information to the subconscious. The more repetitive it is, the more consistent it is. And then that impacts or activates the epigenetic of our unconscious, our quantum being. And so things become more automatic, which accelerates the outcomes and exponentially provides greater outcomes. And so if you put it into a mathematical equation, if you do something every day, it doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes X to the first, X to the second, X to the third, X to the fourth power, X to the fifth power. And if you miss a day, it goes X to the zero power, which is one. It goes back to the beginning. And so you don't get the aggregation, you don't get the acceleration, you don't get the exponentiality of the X to the nth power. And so for me, the non-negotiable time that I spend 7 days a week on that which I prioritize is most important because it's the commitment to what I'm doing every day that's counter human nature. It's also counterintuitive that provides me the exponentiality. In fact, I believe that if you're committed to do something every day, it's those things that prove the 90% of your success. It's the other variant behavior that allows you to enjoy, make mistakes, etc., that make it humanly bearable to be consistent every day. I use gratitude as an example. It seems quite easy to say thank you every day. Everyone agrees it'll impact your life exponentially. But by tonight, half of us won't say thank you. By tomorrow, another half of us won't say thank you. And within 3 days, almost all of us will forget to say thank you. That's 0.1 seconds and it's free. So if you think that human nature allows us to be committed to consistent behavior every day, and it's intuitive within the context of that nature, you're fooling yourself. You need to be intentional about committing to what you want, non-negotiable, prioritized every day to get the aggregation, the acceleration, and the compounding of the outcomes that provides the exponential success that people desire.
That's so powerful. Okay, and David, can you just talk more about what you have going on currently? I know you have some celebrity dinners, you do weekly coaching, you're on the speaking circuit actively. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we would like to invite everyone to come to our free Friday training. We have over 100,000 people registered every Friday. I've been doing it for almost 25 years. I give my book to this community for free. I'll sign it, send it to you, pay for shipping in the book. Both just email me directly, david@dmeltzer.com. Otherwise, I have 200 speaking engagements a year. We do VIP meetups, meeting courts, and dinners. I'm going to be in Rolling Stones tomorrow, Vegas on Thursday, Friday, a week from Friday. Dane Cook and I are going on tour. The Collab. We'll be collaborating with the audience at YouTube Theater at SoFi Stadium. We have Rob Riggles, the MC and the host. We have Baron Davis, Marshall Falk, Diane Cannon, Maria Diamond, tons of more celebrities, athletes, entertainers, billionaires, millionaires, and entrepreneurs. Join us there. And then the next day, I'm at Madison Square Garden. So with the Aspire Tour, it's me, Martha Stewart, David Goggins, Stephen A. Smith, A-Rod, Big Poppy. We have VIP dinners at both of those as well. And then I'll stop by WealthCon in Las Vegas with Ryan Pineda. But every single week, we have speeches, meetups, free Friday trainings, books, guides, exercises, dinners. All you got to do is email me, david@dmeltzer.com. You'll get invited, not obligated, but invited to come join our community of people that want to help each other and know people that can help each other. We're a community of people that buy from each other and sell for each other. Nothing can help you thrive more to empower others, to make a lot of money, help a lot of people, and have a lot of fun. Just like having the opportunity, David, to be here with you today. I appreciate it. Everyone, be more interested than interesting. Be kind to your future self and do good deeds. I look forward to doing more with you, David. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, David. Thank you so much for being here. We'll link all that in the show notes for everyone. And congrats on your journey, your comeback, everything you've been through and what you've learned and what you're doing for everyone else. It's so amazing to see. So thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, brother. Take care.